live from Buck Island, British Virgin Islands. This is your motivational, sensational, inspirational, educational, aspirational, international, keenly awaited, daily created, highly anticipated edition of the afternoon swing trading floor with your humble host, Jeremy Alexander Newsom, with another daily dose of mentally delicious brain food, reminding each of you to love life, live life, and trade it. What is going on, folks and friends, team and family from around the world? Trust you're doing amazing and incredible. It's Tuesday, Tech Giant Tuesday. So much goodness, so much greatness, a lot going on. Let's go talk about it. Gonna get the screen share turned on and get the recording. Recording is on, perfect. And today is Tech Giant Tuesday. So we're just gonna kind of review the market and review how bullish it is and talk about some trades that a lot of people are in, and talk about some official trades and some new ones and some ones that we want to get into and all the kind of good stuff. John says, I appreciated it last night. Man, I was so happy that you're there, bud. I loved it. I thought it was great. I thought it was really, really good. Robin says, I like my name for today, Better Jay. Gorgeous. Yeah, I had such a fun time doing class last night. I felt like we had, we really had some special moments together as teams and as people. And I hope that translates, through all forms of the recording and everything. But yeah, really pumped about it. Very excited. John says, I never took out money. Well, hey, here we go. Time to get it done. That's why we trade, right? To make money and have fun and do good things for the world. So it is definitely useful. Edward says, let's give a round of applause to Brandon Blevins on eating his onion. Oh, shoot. What did BB do now? I'm going to have to watch this. Oh, uh-oh. I haven't gotten a chance to watch it. Brute Magoot. I'm going to have to watch that, BB. Man, that thing is brutal. Eating an onion is brutal. Yeah, let's go talk about everything out there. There's a lot of stuff to talk about and a lot of things to cover. So let's go ahead and dive in. It is Tech Giant Tuesday, everyone's favorite day of the market. Here's the SPY. We made a new all-time high today. So we gapped down and just got bought up. Gapped down and got bought up. Trend is still bullish. I don't think we hit 400 by the end of the year. That just seems preposterous. But man, if we do it, I mean, I'd have to go all into cash. It just seems like we're going to slowly keep grinding higher, eventually melting up. So stay bullish. And there is still a time where, I mean, if we really start popping hard, I still might sell a lot of positions and have, as far as trading is concerned, the best year of all time. This would be the best year numerically, percentage-wise, gain-wise, overall net, everything, all across the board. Crypto, stocks, it all was amazing. It was really, really impressive. Yeah. And I mean, it doesn't go without a shock and a surprise, but I mean, you had, a 33% drop in the market in a month. And then since then, we've gone up 63%. Hello. I mean, come on. Like, how are you not making money on that? Robert says, bro, look at the Qs. I'm telling you, dude, I know. Look at this. It just looks like it's going to keep going. It's getting ridiculous. So yeah, there's going to be some times where it does seem like we're going to keep creeping up and then, sell high, buy low. I mean, it is strong. IWM, still cranking. I mean, IWM is just catapulting. Type in a 9 if you remember how we talked about in depth. If we took out this candle, how bullish it would be. Right? That's the close right there. That's the close. And so even though I'm trading internationally, I was like, guys, I don't think this is going to be it. I don't think this is even though I'm traveling internationally, that was the day of travel right there, I think. And then that's been it. We got one super small pullback and just off to the races we go. So yeah, in general, really intriguing to see what happens. Dow Jones, right? Dow Jones made a new all-time high today, and we're just let the bullish melt continue. Here's the stocks we're looking at today. We got a lot of them. Let's go ahead and dive in. OZON is first on the list, and it did not pull back to 44.05. I was kind of hoping that it would. Didn't quite make it down there. And yeah, I guess that's okay. So here's the 78-minute chart. What I'm going to do is turn off the extended hours and look at the Momo, see if it starts triggering yet. Not yet, haven't triggered, although it's mostly because of how new it is. So if you're playing OZON, I mean, right now you got to be long on pretty much anything. Buy pullbacks and sell the upswings, but yeah, it's quite impressive. So if you're looking at playing OZON, that's how I would. Right? If you're not looking at playing it, fine. But if it has a chart, it has a heart, you can set up just about anything. OZON looking really nice by the pullback. MGNI, Magnite. So this one, intriguing. This is one of the few stocks that are down today. And I do plan on playing this little hammer right here. So very nice hammer on MGNI. This is the monthly chart. And the reason I'm looking at the monthly is just kind of show you that we're just at a big, big resistance. That we really are. And with the market being high, if the market does get any kind of pullback at all, I think we're going to get some solid selling on some things. So it doesn't mean I can't go bullish. It just means that whatever I was going to go bullish on, I probably want to do it as low as possible or as aggressive as possible. So MGNI, if you are playing this particular hammer, totally fine with it. I don't think it's going to be specifically broader market tied, but I'm just going to wait this one out. That's all. Just going to wait it out. GME, GameStop. So GameStop, Leah has been making some serious money on this one. Here's the weekly chart. I mean, GameStop, in essence, coming back from the dead, right? Back at $4 and some change, and has just been really climbing. I mean, this chart looks like, you know, hell frozen over. You had some really good support down at 440. Now, this was the 2003 support. Now, again, I did not play GameStop. I had no position on it at any point in time, but there were some traders who did make some good money on it, and it did run up very nicely. It's gone up a mere 400% this well, since COVID, and sure, why would it not? It's also gone up 400% since August. You know, what stock hasn't done that? You know, if you're not in something that's up 400%, what have you been doing all day? So GameStop, yeah, it's a powerhouse for sure. It's gapping down a little bit on earnings, so that's not surprising. So gapping down on earnings. If I was playing GameStop, tomorrow I'll be in the beginner trading room again, and I'll be looking forward to kind of trade down and then maybe bounce. So I will put that on the list for tomorrow morning, Wednesday morning GME. Just to watch it. There's going to be a few ones I'll be looking at tomorrow. I'll play AMD again tomorrow. We won on AMD today with our RSI strategy that we'll be covering in the summit. By the way, everyone is signed up for the summit, right? If you're here, type in a 1 if you're signed up. How many people are? 68 people. I expect 68 ones. It is free, so you might as well be there. It's free to attend, and if you want the recording, since I figure there's gonna be so much work doing it, we're gonna charge like $9 for the recordings, and I'll donate it anyway. But yeah, it's gonna be really good. I mean, check that out. You got Ricky Cadden talking about synthetic longs. I'll be doing how to make AMD your ATM. Matt DeLong, supplement your income 3 hours a week. Johnny Guarco, protect and serve your wallet, targeting profits with a veteran. I love that. Robert Falco, protecting your portfolio, hedging basics. Stephen King, start living your best life, become a consistently profitable trader. Arabia Johnson, what are futures and why should I care? Got to be in that one. Your girl, Tracy Ball. And then your boy, David Potvin, and then Dan Jansen. Look at it. The whole crew, guys, the whole crew. So anyway, it's going to be sweet. Brandon says, nice way to spend a Saturday. I am fired up about it. All right. That was just a little quick thing. All right. Wix, WIX. Now, I do have some positions in Wix, and it is down, and they're not large positions. I'm just in the synthetic long that Ricky posted. And really, I'm fine with it trading sideways. I don't have anything large on it right now. I don't specifically know why Wix is being so slow when the market is really, really rampaging, but it did have a great run up, and we made some really good money on it. So it's not just scorching the earth. I get it. Gonna wait it out. Let it trade sideways. Maybe next earnings it'll do something fun. But until then, I'm just gonna let it do its thing. So I do have long calls on Wix, and I do have short puts on Wix. So I got some long calls and I got some short puts. Michael says, buy it off the red line. Yep, that could work. Absolutely. That could certainly work. So yeah, we will see. Wix, I'm in some long calls, short puts, not a huge position right now. Nothing wild, just kind of sitting back, letting it do its thing. John says, I'm not at the computer, but is there a way for us to make a recording of Saturday? Yeah, I'll be recording it and sending out the recordings. So that's the option number 2. So I'll be recording, my man. Yeah, bro, I got you. So if you want the recordings, $9. All right. Next on the list is ONEM, One Life Healthcare. And I sent this one to my buddy Craig Levine the other day. Right, Craig? And I'm sure that you played this hammer because it was a perfect hammer after all. And the hammer was on December 4th. Beautiful, beautiful hammer. You also had a nice bearish candle that came in here, but look at this bearish volume on this bear high wave. I mean, check this out. There were really 2 hammers on this one that were phenomenal. You have the bear volume that came in on the high wave candle. And at that point, you have to go, okay, well, maybe I'm a little bit more bearish or bullish. And then it closes above that bear volume after throwing in a little bit of a hammer 3 or 4 days later, and then just starts ripping. Looks good. So I'm going to set up an official trade on this one to buy the pullback of the hammer that came in 2 or 3 days ago. And we might have missed this trade. And if we did, I can live with that. But some traders are in. Sammy, I think, is in. He says he likes this trade, the stock a lot. Boutique Urgent Healthcare. Sammy says, I'm long. I am long. My name is Sammy and I am long. Let me go into the hourly chart just to see what it looks like on the hourly. I don't think that wick is totally real. Could be. So what I'll do is I'll just lower it a little bit more. 3601, 3423. Okay. And then I'll do the 78-minute chart just to make my Momo fans happy. Momo on the 70-minute went long on December 1st. Love it. All right. So let's see if we can get a pullback on One Life Healthcare. 3601 by 3423. And target on this one for a quick swing trade would be up here, 41.33. That's just based off of prior resistance, nothing special really. Okay. New official swing trade. All right. We did get stopped out of DraftKings, although a lot of traders were able to get back in as well on DraftKings. So we'll talk about that today for sure. ONEM and 3601 with a stop loss at 3423 shares. I think it's a great trade based on the hammer. Open is not triggered yet, and we'll put that in there. Okay. Jay says, kill DraftKings this week. Nice. 3601, 3423. 3601 by 3423. Okay, so there's One Life. One Life. All right. IPOB. Craig's favorite stock. Your girl, Kathy Wood, big fan of this one. She's been pumping this one hard around 18. And it was funny. Craig's like, I have no idea what they're doing. No idea what they do. But ARK Capital likes them a lot. So I'll get in. I'm like, hey, you know, that's fair. It's just, what's your risk? What's your play? I mean, if that's your strategy or a strategy, it's not a bad one. Very, very nice volume. I mean, what do you guys think? Type in a 3 into the chat pane if you think that is institutional volume right there. What do you guys think? I mean, on a candle like that, does that say, check out the buyers? Someone's interested in buying this stock. Maybe you should consider buying it as well. That's pretty much it. Rob says this is a financial conglomerate for Open Door. All right, another SPAC, AKA financial conglomerate. Looks good. I mean, it had a good gap. This was a gap on a Monday. Here's the weekly chart. So, I mean, you're getting a gap up on a Monday. Look at this gap on a Monday. Hammer-ish candle on IPOB, and we're gapping up yesterday. I mean, that's strong. So anyway, nice gap, looking good. I would assume to be long on that one, I guess. Okay, next on the list is NVTA. This was the one that Craig Levine and myself got into together back over here somewhere back in November. Up pretty nicely on some calls and some shares on NVTA. We looked at this one a few times, and really type in a 7 if you guys see a very, very nice hammer on this chart. I'll point to it with a giant green arrow just in case you can't see it, but it's pretty clear. It's a pretty obvious one. Pablito is back. He says he's in this one too. Here's your hammer. Bow. Bow, wow, 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 wow. It's a nice one. It's a really, really good one. Another nice one in September. Right there. You got a nice one there. Good gap and go there. All kinds of good trades. So NVTA, ARK Invest number 2. And again, the daily chart looks nice. Here's the weekly. So it hasn't been around forever. But again, look at this volume. What do you guys think? Strong volume, institutional volume, someone coming in. I mean, look at that. Volume is key, folks. Don't forget that. Volume is important when you're trading. You want to have some volume doing something that looks intriguing. Anyway, made a new all-time high yesterday, inside candle today. It's gapping down small post market. I guess just stay in it, hold it, be in it. Let it retest a little bit more of this bear candle here, and then just kind of stay in. Ron says, this is one of Matt's favorites too, isn't it? That's a great question. I don't know if this is on Matt's 15s or not. I feel bad. I have not memorized Matt's 15 stocks. I don't think that this is one of his, but it could be. I wouldn't imagine it's on his list, but Ross, Emily, and David say it's not. Nope. So it's not one of his favorite. No, one of his on the 15. Now I can go to FinViz and we can look at some just numbers on it. NVIDIA is the one that he likes. Yep, NVIDIA for sure. So NVDA instead of NVTA. But sales quarter to quarter, 166%. That's relatively on the high side. Gross margin, 32%. So that number I think falls low for Matt, but in essence, really interesting to check out. These numbers aren't bad. The debt ratio. Pablo says reproductive health, I think. And T wants to look at Upwork. I think Upwork's on the list. It's not. Okay. I'll definitely put it on the list because that was one of my big winners for today. Long story short, Invite, stay in it. All right. Oxy, OXY. Whew. Looks good. Looks good. Edward says, congrats on your engagement. Thanks, man. I appreciate that, dude. Big things, big, exciting day. Just a very beautiful, blissful day for sure. Really, really amazing. So thank you guys. I'll post another picture in Slack because I only have 2 pictures of it. We only have 2. So I'll find the second picture and post the only other one that we have in Slack. But thank you guys. Thank you so much. Mo says he's in OXY. This is the one that you and I talked about, right, Mo? Where you had the covered calls and you unraveled it. Yep. Okay, cool. So that's working out well for you, and congrats, man. It looks beautiful. Looks really good. Pablo says, where did you steal the ring from? Man, I had to get some Ocean 11 friends. That's right. I had to get some Ocean 11 friends to help me out, help me lift that one from the Vegas vaults. That's why I got to keep trading in 2021. All my R's are gone now. Oh, man. Good stuff. So yeah, OXY, I love it, guys. I mean, really, the crazy part is we talked about, type in a 9. If you remember just 5 weeks ago, he said the bottom has to be close on energy. It just has to be. As much as I can make a joke about it, oil can't just disappear. There's no way, right? I'm all about battery stuff. I get it, but I still look around and there's still hundreds of billions of consumption of gallons every month. Like it just can't just not. People need it, right? So there was a lot of traders made some good money on the oil bounce. Congratulations. I know Dan Jansen snagged some Exxon Mobil long back in the mid 30s. So he's been doing really well on that one. And, you know, I mean, it came down to a support and bounce. I mean, it's not really that surprising. Some traders did some put sales, you know, it looks really good. And anyway, long story short, good job on the oil play for anyone who got a chance to play it. Speaking of oil, let's look at NET, which is nothing to do with oil at all, but that stock is just not stopping. It's at 83.55. 83.50. What is going on? Are you not entertained? Look at Cloudflare. I mean, it's almost, Edward, it's almost like Cloudflare was the biggest one I was pumping back in May at $28 a share. It's almost like it traded up. We made great money on it. And then it pulled back right into the 100 simple moving average and bounced off of it. It's almost like that happened. Just the cleanest technical chart. So clean. We still have some traders who are still in that position, by the way. Because again, I was going hard in the paint on net back at 28, 20, 29. I mean, there's a lot of people still in it. Edward says, I want back in net, Jay. Bro, that had to be October. Back in here was it. Retest gap, big, nice white candle. You know how to play it. Boom, boom, boom. That's it. Get in. So yeah, you don't want to get in right now. You missed that one. I'll see if it can pull back. Tab says, I got in at 39, only one share. Hey, not bad. If you still got it, you still got to be smiling. It just shows you how the math works though, right, Tab? It shows you how the math works. Because just imagine, right? Practice going back in time. Practice going back in time and see if you can put yourself in your emotional state, in your shoes, where you were when you took that trade. And ask yourself, could you have put in more? And how much more could you have put in? And the next time you see an opportunity like that, how much can you put in then? And why? And where will your stop be? And where will your risk component be? And all that kind of good stuff. It's just really important to know. Yeah, so Cloudflare, don't buy it now. This is a place where you're probably locking in profit. It looks really, really good. Southwest Airlines. Southwest Airlines had a great bounce. It's just hanging out doing its thing at this point, ladies and gentlemen. Really, really good move, good bounce. It's getting back up into the spot where it's no longer just ridiculously valued. You know, I mean, it came down to $25 a share, AKA the 200 simple on the monthly chart. the airline that I fly the most, and JL Moosey made some really good money on Southwest buying it down there. That was a great trade. Really, really clean, long-term blue chip company. And, I like the gap. I like the breakout. I like everything about it. It obviously is a stock that's going to benefit from more travel and less COVID. But in essence, whenever Southwest pulls back to 40, into here, I think that would be a dip buying opportunity. So Southwest, we'll see if it can pull back into that price. Otherwise, let's just wait it out and see what it does. Here's Ethereum, ETH, USD, and the Ether. Just chopping around up here. It needs a little bit of a rest, needs a pullback. Looks like it's going to get it. My pullback level is the high of this resistance. So if it gets back down here again, that's where I will personally be buying one or two of these bad boys. And I really like the level. I do think that some rest needs to happen up here. Right? So I mean, if we're talking about Bitcoin, Bitcoin's at the price, the place, the zone, the mark of marks. I mean, it's the most obvious resistance location in the world. So this is a supply zone. So in essence, yeah, I mean, when you're playing it, like this is a spot to be locking in profit. I think it could pull back because we grew a measly, a paltry 117% from May till now. It's a lot, right? So Bitcoin, I want to chop around. I really want to pull back some more. I do not have short positions on it. I only have $11,000 in Bitcoin right now. So not a lot at all. And I'm just looking for some pullbacks. And the lower it goes, the more I will own. All right. John says, can you look at US dollar, Canadian dollar? I can do anything, man. Edward says, Starship is gearing up to launch. FYI. Yeah, man, that's super exciting. Super exciting. All right, BTC, USD, and USD Canadian dollar. So full disclosure, don't trade Forex, never have. But the Canadians are attacking the Americans in a currency war right now, and they're getting their money back. So during COVID, I mean, it was the time to go to Canada. Not that you could anyway, but I mean, geez Louise and a pack of trees. Look at this gorgeous resistance on the Canadian US dollar at 146. That was the time to go to Canada and get all kinds of value up there. But yeah, the US dollar right now is getting crushed. Canada's rallying back. Aussie is rallying back. And that's pretty much it. Robin says it's Angela Tracy and the other Canadians getting their R's. Yeah, I think so. I think so. So again, I mean, I have my entire, I guess technically that's not accurate, but I was gonna say I have my entire livelihood in US dollars, but it's not totally true if you don't count crypto. Anyway, it doesn't really matter. Yeah, this is an interesting zone. I mean, if we go to a monthly chart, I would like it to pull all the way back to 124. Right at that point, that's where the US dollar would be low. So you'd want to buy your USD. And if you're doing any kind of conversion, I think you could do it lower, I guess is what I'm getting at. So this is where you wanted to sell your US dollars and buy your Canadian dollars. And down here is probably where you're going to want to be, sell your Canadian dollars and buy some US dollars if you want to. Because there was a time, and I remember this, I did go to Canada during these times where, we paid more, right? Canadian dollar was stronger. So Mo says when oil goes up, so does Canadian and Aussie dollars. Yeah. Yeah. So anyway, that's really it. I mean, we're coming into a demand zone. I think the US dollar can go a little bit lower, but at that point, that's if you're doing any kind of exchanges, that's probably where it would happen. All right, Virgin Galactic, SPCE, straight up crashing this stock setup. Really decimating this bad boy. Got into a nice debit spread, got into some shares. 36.90. Let's go, Virgin Galactic. Great trade. We posted that one on our YouTube channel, posted that one on our TikTok for anyone who likes TikTok. Had a nice breakout. It was just a good, clean chart. Falco says, you're going to tell Richard Branson that you're in? Of course. I'm going to stay in until I meet him. Absolutely. Like, hey, Richard Branson, I'm one of 9 people who are invested in your stock. Really, though. I mean, yeah, I'll absolutely talk to him. So I will have some regardless until I meet him because I have to. I don't think you're allowed to hang out with RB and not have some shares. But yeah, really good trade. I mean, just clean, classic, gorgeous, and simple, easy setup. I loved it. All right, so Virgin Galactic, we'll see if it can do its thing. All right, QDEL. QDELarino. So QDEL realistically did the exact same thing it did last time. I mean, it really did. Hammer, trade up, trade down, bounce, hammer, trade up, trade down, bounce. Clean. Clean on the inside, clean on the outside. So if you snagged some January 2022 call options, those did get filled and you are up on them now. If you did not do that, cool. Nice hammer. And I'd be bullish above here. Stop right here. So if you want to play QDEL, I mean, that would really, that'd be it. Edward says, I'm in it off of the red line. I love it. Nice. Let me go look at this on a weekly, just see if there's anything glaring in the face. Oh, what a nice hammer on the week. Wow, it's an inside week. QDEL, inside week. Let me text my buddy Rich. QDEL, inside week. Okay. Going to be watching that one. Edward says it's building. Yeah, pressure's building. I mean, really based on that weekly chart, I'd like to try to get in down here. If I could. Yeah, I think we could strive to do that. All right. I mean, that's really it. If you're looking at playing QDEL, you're most likely buying low and selling high. Yeah, that's pretty much it. All right. Next on the list is NVIDIA, NVDA. And this is the one that your boy Matt DeLong likes. So NVIDIA, you have 2 ways of playing this one. A very nice hammer candle on November 30th. So you're buying off of the high of that and you're putting your stop below that. That's one way to play it. The other way to play it is buy it off of this blue line, which is the 100 simple moving average around 508, probably playing a little bit of longer term. And the other way to play it would be snag it down at 460 off of this blue line, acting as a support. Right now you're making higher lows, lower highs. Compression is building. And weekly chart, pretty big deal on the weekly. So let me pull it up. Yeah, so weekly, I mean, just another stock that's just been an absolute hurricane for the bears. Just straight up rampage Jackson, just not stopping. So yeah, looking for some type of pullback for sure on this one. I wouldn't be getting in. If you're getting in up here, just don't get in too aggressively. And if you do want to get in on a down day, I guess is my thoughts. Edward says 60 seconds until the SpaceX launch. Yeah, exciting stuff. Exciting. All right, here's the next one, SMAR, Smart Sheet. So Smart Sheet made it up to 75.49 today. It did eventually fade. I didn't get a chance to trade this one later in the day, although I definitely could have. I feel like I could have shorted it somewhere over here. Anyway, good gap. It was a retest gap. Brett took some lottery calls over earnings and sold those at open for a nice win. So good job, Brett. And Mike Gurley had some shares of Smart Sheet and took those overnight and won on those. Really good breakout. And again, the chart looks outrageous. Another one that could fly. Look at the close above this volume from June on a weekly chart. I mean, outrageous. So yeah, it's a retest gap, strong resistance. Let's see how much it retests to buy the dip on this one. I don't think it really dips that hard. Moving averages look good, and this is one that we should probably keep on our list for a bull trade at some point. So I'm gonna look at it Thursday for everyone, and we're gonna see what happens, but it looks good. All right, next on the list is Alibaba, and I am in calls on Baba. I'm in leaps. So I'm in leaps on Alibaba. Looking for it to see if it can bounce. Edward says I'm in those leaps also on BABA. I got into them on these bearish candles when it just started getting too many bear candles in a row on Baba. I just started buying into weakness, snagging some long-term call options. I like today's new white soldier. I like the possible double bottom. I'm a big fan of Baba's fundamentals. And it also has an inside week on Alibaba. So inside week on Baba, which just simply means like if we, as we stand, especially if it closes like this, if it breaks out, that could be really nice. But in general, it looks really good. Here's the long terms on the weekly chart. So long terms on the weekly chart kind of just doing their thing. Here's the monthly chart, obviously, right? It needed to pull back all these bull candles in a row. Moving averages on a monthly chart, that looks pretty clean. So yeah, daily chart. I mean, you got to like it. Looks good. My boy Christian, the main man, the myth, the legend, says, what leaps are you in? I'm in the 300 January 2022. I also have some 290 June of next year, but that's my smaller position. But yeah, nothing too crazy, just a position that it's been to before, literally weeks ago, with a lot of time on it. So those are long calls. Yep. Christian says, also, congrats. Thanks, dude. I appreciate it, man. Thank you so much. Thank you. SIRI. We got good news on this one. There were some traders that did hit their target on this one already. So the target did hit overnight for some traders. It was 704. And you'll see how we got up there last night. So if you did hit your target on Cirrus Holdings, congratulations. That was really, really cool. Nice little fast trade. If you are still in, some people did not get out. No big deal. I love this gap up. Big fan of this gap up. So let's hope it holds because an open above there would be kind of best case scenario. It really would. Jay says they made a Howard Stern deal. That's cool. I like it, which is always good when you get news that moves in the direction of your trade. It was just really, we played off these two hammers. That was it. That was the trade. Just played off those hammers. But it's always good when you're in a trade that you get news based that moves the stock in your direction. That's awesome. So after sometime next, maybe Friday, I think we'll increase the stop on this one. Friday, I'll have Matt increase the stop. Well, I'll increase the stop on Thursday. SIR. Okay. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Okay, make sure DraftKings is on here. Next on the list is Micron. Talk about a flyer. Unreal. Micron just breaking out, showing everyone what it can do. Look at this priceless price action. Gorgeous, gorgeous price action. Moving averages, just so much goodness on this chart. A lot of good price action. It just was coiling forever. So Micron, a sleepy move that not a lot of people are watching. And I do not think that this move is done. Whatever pullback we can get on it looks solid to me. I mean, the trend is obviously bullish. We have all-time highs higher to go. This is obviously a wave 3 of some kind. Buy the dip. Looks good. Stay bullish. Micron, not short. Next on the list, DDOG, DDOG, and what a hammer. So Datadog with a very nice hammer. You also had a perfect hammer back on December 2nd I mean, who in the right mind doesn't love that hammer? That's also, of course, the hammer that your boy Robert Falco, aka the doctor of the charts, there's your hammer, and he played the entry here, stopped down there, and really played that trade quite well. Some people are still in from that candle. In fact, most of team RLT Australia is still in from that trade. And the Aussies have just been crushing. Very nice hammer on Datadog. And let me go look at the moving averages on all time frames. Daily looks good. Weekly looks good. 78-minute chart. Entered long on the extended hours. And yeah, looks good all around. So Datadog, gonna have to set that one up as a hammer trade. Kevin, I can definitely put Intel on the list for tomorrow for sure. All right, so we'll put target up here somewhere on Datadog, and that'll be a trade. I'll make this one blue. All right, 10027. New official swing trade on Datadog. 100.27 by 95.88. Robert says, why isn't Teladoc doing that? I don't know. I don't know, but I mean, it's been what, a whole month and a half on Teladoc? Maybe. Just wait. You'll see. You'll see. All right, hammer, good, open, great, killer, I love it. Awesome. That's pretty much it on that trade. Next on the list is the big winner for everyone. Everyone's crushing Fastly. I mean, if there is not one person in this entire auditorium that should be making money on Fastly. So good. Type in a 7 if you're making some life-changing money on Fastly. Let's get some 7s. There we go. I mean, you had to be like, this is the #1 stock we were focusing on all throughout here. We played it, we sold some, it gapped down, everyone was getting scorched, and I bought some, I bought a lot more. Double bottom, retest the double bottom, bought some more, boom, boom, breakout, bought some more. Whew, crushing. I think about 14 R's or so on Fastly, looking really good. And my target right now, 103.44. My average cost on this one is 77. So it was in here. And some traders, their cost average is 70, which is just ridiculous. But it's a really nice one. I love the close on Fastly today. I think it's a matter of time before it's 103.44. So that's my target on FSLY is 103.44. I'm gonna let it sit back and let it do its thing. If it doesn't hit that in the next, probably this week, I'll go ahead and just put that note in. If stock doesn't hit this week, increase. Pablo says, I remember RLT bears trashing it early November. Yeah, man, remember that? There was a lot of doom and gloom in early November right here. A lot of people just weeping like, wow, Fastly. But I bought it. I bought it there. I mean, the thing is, like, you got to wait sometimes. Buy good companies, and then wait a little bit. Like, I mean, if people are buying in here, you had to wait 6 days, guys. Come on, give it a break. And then it double bottomed, and just everything perfect. Everything was so good. It was really, really good. Jack says, you think this one will run like slack if the Cisco buyout is officially announced? Oh yeah, for sure. Robert says, I want to bounce immediately and go to infinity. I know, man. It's just the natural reaction. It's the natural thing. So anyway, that's the setup on Fastly. If we hit 103.44, brilliant. And if we hit it this week, and if we don't, I'm gonna make it go higher. Cisco, CSCO. Speaking of Cisco, Cisco bounced. I mean, pretty much the most boring company in the world, but it ain't going anywhere. I know Hector Hernandez is soiling this one because he likes boring blue chip stocks, and there's nothing wrong with that. I mean, you make a lot of money off of boring blue chips. Like you got to put as much money as you want into Cisco at 36, and you know that's not going anywhere. You know, from 36 to 44, like you could have put 100,000 shares in at that. I mean, you could do whatever you want. Like it's not going to go to zero. And bloop, there it is. It's up $10 a share. It's amazing. Pamela says Cisco might be buying Fastly. They should. They need those acquisitions, I think, to kind of keep that going. So that'd be really good for us in shares and all that other kind of good stuff. But nice position here. Nice potential bounce. Buy the dip. Cisco ain't going anywhere. It's too low, or it was too low. So Cisco looks nice. If you're in, buy a dip. I have no position in that one. I want to know where the gold's at. Bouncing off the 200. That's where the gold's at. Weekly chart. I mean, just nice little flag pattern. It needed to pull back. It did. And be long-term on gold. That's really it. I mean, this is just the level that it needed to pull back on, and it did pull back. That was the rest. It could go lower. It definitely could. I don't have any position on GLD specifically. 200 by June. Ooh, I don't know about that. I mean, it's obviously possible, but if the dollar kind of keeps going down, maybe. The big one, the big close will be a close above 176. If it can happen by the end of this month, I think it's possible. But best way to play gold, in my opinion, is buy, instead of buying out of the money, buy at or in the money on gold leaps, or buy your shares and just have them and hold them. That's what I would do on gold. Wait it out. All right, AYX. I bought some more shares of AYX today, and I love this candle. Here's the weekly. There's no way this works a third time, right? There's no way. 4 candles on a weekly chart off the 100 simple, and then it bounces. 4 candles off the weekly 100, and then it bounces. 4 candles off the weekly 100, and then come on, no way. That would be so cool. I mean, I'm in it, so that'd be amazing if it happens. I'm just being pessimistic. You have an inside weekly candle last week, and we just took out the high of the weekly candle this week. So AYX looking toasty maghosty. A new white soldier, one white soldier candle today. I am in this to win this. My boy Christian has a call option. Right on, brother. Buy some more time. And another option, just so that you don't miss the move if it does start running up, because December 18th is next week. So yeah, fingers crossed. But if you can get some more time on it, more time is always good when it comes to options. I love the move. Be long. I'm long. I'm in it on AYX. Definitely have positions in that one. Smile Direct, SDC. You know, this is actually kind of a cool double bottom. I really do like this gap today. I'm all about that gap. So here's the double bottom. There's a neckline retest. You got a gap and go today. You're gapping up a little bit pre-market. This looks good. I like this weekly chart. A little bit of a high wave candle. Let's look at the 78-minute chart. Ooh. Not Momo'd yet. Extended hours. That's an interesting hammer. I wonder if we can get in on that hammer. Probably not. We might be one of those, like, have to do half an hour and half an hour type of a situation. Here's what I'll do. I'll set this up official, and if we get in, great. And if not, I'll come back on it and change it Thursday. Man, I think it's just going to gap up and just soar. Whatever. 1103 by 977. New official swing trade on STC. 1103. Oh, shoot. 1103 buy, 977. Make sure that's right. Yep. Okay. 12/8/2020 STC. Jason Raznick knows the owners. Glad I'm in, says Robin. Nice. Nice. I need to send a video to bump to Jason tomorrow. 977. All right, shares. I think it's a great trade. And this one is gap and go. Okay. Next on the list, OPES. Another one of those, another SPAC. We got a SPAC on our hands. Ooh, look at this hammer. Oh boy. You got a hammer followed by an inside candle. Good grief. That was brilliant. Very nice. Good run up. So if you're looking at playing it, buy the pullback into 15, buy low, sell high, buy the dip. Get in on the dip. Yeah, buy the pullback. I mean, it looks good. I don't have any position in that one. Buy low, sell high, I guess. Have your stops in place. Best Buy. What's my boy Best Buy doing? Best Buy up 0.25% today. Doing nothing really. Just hanging out. Bunch of bear candles. This is a pocket of liquidity, though, if you're going to be playing Best Buy long. This is where you're going to look to go long right here. This is it. Now, obviously, that does not mean it's going to bounce. I'm simply saying the risk reward's good. Stop could be at 100. And if it comes all the way down to the 200, buy it down there for show. For show. That's the spot. Yeah, 92.12. Absolutely. Otherwise, this is the pocket liquidity. This is where all the stops are getting hit. They're getting hit, and buy low, sell high. Don't have any position in Best Buy personally. Next on the list, GDRX. Good riddance holdings, and I did day trade this one extremely poorly back over on this day. I won 20 bucks instead of winning like 4,000. That was really abysmal. Right now it's sideways. I do like this hammer. It would have triggered on this day, and okay. It looks like it's holding. It's holding the gap. We'll see. We'll see. Let me put that on the list for Thursday. If it still looks good Thursday, I'll consider it. All right, next on the list, plug it in, plug it in. Plug, absolute diabolically bullish stock. This one is. You got above the hammer. So we're going to buy that hammer and we're going to put a stop below it. And you're like, Newsom, are you going to buy the pullback on this? I guess I have to. I guess we have to. 27.31 buy. I'll do 27. Let's just do 27.28. Playing the hammer. That's it. New official swing trade. Momo yesterday on plug. Nicely done, John. So that means you're in. Okay. New official swing trade on plug. By the way, man, did you trade today like an exceptionally amazing trader? Did you attack it? John says yes. Awesome, man. All right, 27.28 with a stop at 23.28 shares. And yeah, great setup based on a hammer, and it is open. Did I put the numbers in? I gotta get used to this. Okay, 27.28 by 23.28. Got it. Let's buy a pullback on plug, see if it works. Zoom. A lot of people are wondering what to do on Zoom. And if you're looking at unraveling this call, buying back the 620 and keeping the 420 tomorrow, nowish, soon. Just get out just in case it drops or just in case it pops. I mean, if you want, you can wait for a close above this resistance and then get out if you want to buy back the 620 call. Otherwise, again, if we keep trading sideways, I'm probably going to get into another one, especially if we make some new highs. I'll get into another one of these. But in essence, right now, Zoom's just chilling. I mean, the pressure is building. The 100's creeping up. It's holding strong. It looks nice. This is the buy zone. We all know how Zoom works. We all know the company. We get it. We use it. We engage in it. I do not think that this is as high as it goes. I'm not saying it has to bounce now, but I am saying that it will bounce at some point. So we can keep watching Zoom. All right, last two, Upwork. I am so happy I got triggered in on Upwork on December 2nd. So I got in some shares. I have about in total almost $200,000 in Upwork with shares and calls in total. It's just a no-brainer. It has to go higher in every way. Everything, every imaginable aspect on Upwork is bullish. You couldn't sway me. I couldn't sway me to change my mind on this one. It's just so obvious. Good gap. Everything about it is perfect. Boom, boom, boom. I use it. I think this year we'll probably have spent maybe $50,000 on Upwork, just making things look pretty for you guys. So I lost 50 R's trying to get those R's back, you know, spent 50 R's on Upwork to make RLT cool stuff. And here we go. Let's see if the trend can continue. Good chart, good trend, good pullback. 40 is my target, but I will move it if I need to. That'll just be like a, you know, if we go from here to here, that'll be $10,000 on the shares, on some shares, and then we'll go from there. But yeah, it'll be interesting to see what happens. Upwork, trend looks good, chart looks good. I'm a fan. And DraftKings, so I talked about this one yesterday. DraftKings did wick us out and did bounce. We described that as a strong chance of potentially happening. And it happened. So if you're playing DraftKings, you probably could just get back in again, most likely on a pullback halfway into this candle and just try it one more again. Allegedly and apparently I should have sold on this day, locking in my profits right before December 1st got here, but I had a lot of really nice positions. And I didn't, should have. That's really it. So DraftKings, I mean, if you're looking at playing DraftKings again, that's exactly how I would. I think a lot of people are in DraftKings off the 50. It's good. It's a very, very pretty candle. Very pretty candle. So I like that one a lot. On DraftKings, we can easily get back into that position. 48.86 by 45.10. New official swing trade on DKNG. 48.86 by 45.10. 45.10, 48.86. Okay, so we got some new trades for everyone to go and either research, put in, or do. And I like it. So yeah, so if you guys need anything, I guess just let me know. Tomorrow is Energy Wednesday. What stocks would you guys like to look at tomorrow? So I have YQ and I have PIN on the list so far. Redfin, Dick's Sporting Goods, JKS, NVDA, Lyft, Nordstrom, Chevron, what was that? TNDM, Tesla, Big Lots, Dropbox, Rig, Can Do. Again, keep in mind, class 2 of the RLT psychology classes tonight, AMWL, Blink, Barrick Gold, GAN, got it. JKS, I got it. OZON again, Salesforce, Spotify. All right. I might miss some because they're coming in too quick, but that's going to be a nice list. If you guys have any questions, let me know. I will see you all tomorrow. Thank you so much for being here. You rock. And until then, love life, live life, and trade it. You guys rock. Thank you so much. Bye.